Well, it's been a little while since I did a Z50 update, and that's because I was trying to source the best solution to get disc brakes for the bike. There are some options with really inexpensive Chinese disc brake kits, and I just don't feel comfortable using what they had to offer given the speeds and just how cheap it was. I mean, I can't imagine they are decent at that price. So what I kind of figured out, what might be a little bit of work, is using a KX65 front and rear wheel, the KX65 forks and the brakes and all that. So it's going to be quite a bit of work, but here's the donor bike I found, and it's just a basket case. I do have the motor and all that, which I'll put for sale. The front's not going to be as bad. The forks are just a little bit bigger, so what I'm probably going to do is see if I can machine out the triples, since there's plenty of meat here, to accept a little bit bigger diameter forks. And on the Z50, they're farther apart, so it's just a matter of getting my spacers made so it centers the wheel and makes the brake caliper where it should be, with spacers for the brake caliper. The rear is going to be a little bit harder, and it's because I'm probably going to use a swing arm off the KX65 and just mount some brackets for the shocks. I'm definitely not going to go mono shock on the Z50. And the other issue is, making the whole brake linkage work. This distance here is just over 6 inches, and from my pivot point to the pedal is 10 inches. So me pushing down on this to actuate the brake master cylinder, I'm not going to have to go down as far to get the same distance, so it might be too touchy. But the ideal is just to maybe make a bracket so I don't have to modify the frame too much, to hold the master cylinder up here somewhere below the exhaust, and then modify this whole attachment here. So there's when I push on the lever, there's a rod that will push up and down on the master cylinder to make the brakes work. And the distance for the swing arm on the Z50 is a little bit wider than the KX, so but we're not talking much. I do have some room to modify the existing frame to shorten the width so the KX65 swing arm works. But that's where we're at now. It's going to take a little bit to figure all this out. I'll probably start with the rear first, since that's probably going to be more difficult. And if I could find a solution for that, then the front I'm not as worried about. That's the update we have now. Yeah, the bike definitely needs proper brakes for the speeds we're going at with this thing. So this is the right move, regardless of how much work it takes to do it. But I will document it if anybody wants to go that route as well. And I know some of the people are going to ask about the wheel size, but I'm going to relace the KX65 to 12-inch front and back, and with a supermoto tire, basically. It's only like 1.5 inches bigger diameter than what I have on there now. So it's not going to be a drastic difference, really. And I think the bigger diameter is actually going to help a little bit with higher speeds, just because I have some gearing issues as is. So that's where I'm at now. I'll keep plugging away at it now that I have the parts. If anybody needs some KX65 parts, let me know. I'll sell everything I don't use, which is quite a bit of it. All right, thanks for tuning in.